Hey, it's Mr. Dare, and this is about all the finishing touches that you can put on your beat. So first of all, I want to show you, this is my beat, how it is set up right now. I zoomed out so you can see the whole thing, all 6 sections, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And you see here, I opened up another window so I could show you the label for each verse. So this is my intro right here at bar 1. My verse is next at bar 9, second half of the verse, bar 17, hook at 25, second hook at 33, and the last section is my outro. Each of those are 8-bar sections, and I showed you how to set those up in a previous video. So if you haven't done that yet, go back and watch that previous one. Right now we're going to talk about how to fix your intro here and your outro here so that they sound good kind of with the rest of what you have going on. I'm going to make this bigger now. Now, I've got my intro right here, and right now my intro is just a copy and paste of my hook. And I don't want that. I want it to sound something a little bit different. Luckily for my intro, I've got a little bit more flexibility. This down here, this is my drum part. I think I'm going to save that to the very end of my intro. So here's how I'm going to do that. First of all, I'm going to take out this loop, and then I'm going to actually trim it so it's just playing the last couple of notes. Looks like I need to zoom in a little bit. So I'm just going to play the last couple of notes there and have it come in right before the end of my intro here at measure 8. So here's what that's going to sound like. So it's just playing the last couple of notes of that drum loop to get us ready for the next section. You have some flexibility with your intro, so you can kind of do it however you want to. I think I'd just like to have this Funky Town loop playing at the beginning, and I'm going to take out this hip hop drum track, and I'm going to take out this 21 Pilots tune, and I'm going to take out this. I think I'm going to leave that in. Maybe I'll just do the back half of it though. Have it stop there and then drag it back here, so it kind of adds in about halfway through my intro. So here's my 8-bar intro right now. As the drums come in. And now I'm into my verse right there at measure 9. I think that sounds good, so I'm going to hit save. And then you kind of repeat that process with your outro. Don't make it exactly the same as your intro, but maybe you take it down to, I'm going to leave that drum track in, I'm going to leave that in. Maybe I can just fade out this Funky Town. The way I do that, a fade out, is this little white button right here. If I take that and drag it back, this means that starting right here, it's going to start slowly fading out so that it's all the way out by the end. Here's what that sounds like. And here's what it sounds like with the rest of the tracks. I think I'm also going to take out this hip-hop track and maybe also fade out this drum track. Let's see what that sounds like. So that by the time that I get to the very end, measure 49, it's just these 2 tracks that you can still hear. And at the very end, it's just this note that you can hear. That's kind of a cool fade out. Let me teach you how to do one more finishing touch. This is the beat drop. I'm going to do this right at the end. Let's see here. This is verse 1. This is verse 2. So right at the end of verse 2, before my hook starts, I'm going to add in this little beat drop. Let's do this right here. The way you add in a beat drop, oh, I zoomed back in right here. That's where I want it. The way you add in a beat drop is you, right before the section change, you take out some of the loops just for like one measure or one beat. I'm going to do that in this case by just trimming the track right where it is. The way that I do that is by right clicking and click on split, or I can use the keyboard shortcut Control E. So I split it right there. And what this done is it's split it into two different boxes, two different regions. And now I can just delete that second one. I'll leave that one in. I'm going to take out my drum track. That's a must for a beat drop. You got to take out the drum track. So I'm going to click on that and delete it. So let's see how that sounds. And then right here at the beginning of my first hook, everything comes back in. So you see that? I just trimmed out a little bit. And the way that you trim or split a region is by right-clicking and hitting split, just like that. Okay? Those are some nice finishing touches. Now, if I zoom back out, I would then go back and listen to the entire beat all the way through, just make sure all the transition work, that there isn't anything weird. But I think that's looking pretty good, so I'm going to hit save on that, and then I'm getting ready to record my rap for the next step.